Republicans want to take back Congress. Democrats don't want to give it up, but it's independents who will decide. So we went to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and talked with independent voters who helped President Obama win that battleground state 2 years ago. Where is their independence taking them this year? We tried to find out as we listened to their American voices.
Change doesn't come from the top. It comes from the bottom.
You know, they promise you everything and give you nothing, it seems, a lot of times.
They're disappointed.
Unfortunately, a lot of people feel like Obama's going to be a one-term president.
Disillusioned.
The companies got the bailouts. Some of those people did rather well. I wasn't one of them.
And in some cases, downright disgusted.
I need someone who's going to represent us, not Democrats, Republicans, or the president, but the people who gave them the job.
Fed up or fired up, independents are now the largest segment of the electorate, representing 40% of all Americans.
I think we're probably all in the middle of the road, not on the left or the right.
Here in Pennsylvania, the governor's mansion, 1 Senate seat, and 19 House seats are up for grabs. The Republicans have an edge in almost every statewide poll, but there's a good chance that independent voters might be the real key in the Keystone State. And what better place to let those independent voices be heard than the place where the right to free speech was born, Independence Hall. How would you describe an independent?
I believe that I don't adhere to party lines. I adhere to what I think is going to do the right thing for our country.
How about you?
Yeah, I would agree. You know, when I look at the political situation now, all I really see is that the Democrats are against the Republicans are against the Democrats, and no one's really for America.
That was a sentiment expressed over and over.
Higher taxes and premiums.
Perhaps because this fall, attack ads like these have been running over and over in Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania can't afford Joe Sestak.
Of the more than 37,000 campaign ads that have aired here in the last 2 months, a whopping 80% of them went negative.
I thought about this before coming here, and I felt like I'm in a supermarket in the cereal aisle, and every box is one of the attack ads. And so I take it down and look on the back to find the ingredients and the nutrition, but there's no labels on it. There's no labels. You know, how are you supposed to find out how you can vote when there isn't even anything to tell you what they stand for?
Are you willing to take out your anger about what is or isn't happening out on the Democrats in November?
Well, I don't want to look. I'm not out there for revenge. I'm out for answers. Right. Exactly. I'm out for solutions. Exactly. Yeah. I don't want excuses. I want results.
But those have been hard to come by, as are jobs. Since the last election, the unemployment rate in Pennsylvania has jumped from 6 to 9%. In fact, Scott Barclay's job as a marketing director and its 6-figure salary will be eliminated tomorrow. Still, the 40-year-old father of 3 doesn't want to fire the Democrats just yet.
If anything, I probably would be leaning more to trying to maintain a little of the status quo and allow, you know, the work that's started to continue. If there's a big shift in power, my feeling is it's only going to spend the next 2 years undoing it all for a net sum gain of 0.
Trevor. Even those who are employed are struggling. Katie Gray Sadler is a 52-year-old single mom working 2 jobs. And that still might not be enough to afford to send her straight-A son, Trevor, to college.
He's an excellent student and speaks Japanese and Spanish, and he self-studied it to learn it. I mean, he's doing all the things he could possibly do to get in the best school in the nation. And now he's posting things like, you know, I start off with community college because I don't want my mom to struggle.
That must have been pretty heartbreaking to see that.
It was, very much so. So we've been talking a lot about the candidates for the upcoming election. When I go in there, I'm voting with Trevor in mind completely.
And there was unanimous agreement in this group. The Tea Party isn't their cup of tea.
I see it more as another voice from the fringe.
They make statements that are just absolutely terrorizing.
Making a lot of noise doesn't necessarily mean you have the right answers.
It shouldn't be the Tea Party, it should be the inflammatory party.
And just as the Founding Fathers learned the art of compromise more than 220 years ago, these independent voters hope their elected officials will somehow meet them in the middle.
I mean, just being here at Independence Hall and thinking of what happened here a few hundred years ago, this is where our country began. And we just need to take a look at it, go back to our roots, and pick up and go forward.
American voices being heard. If you would like to share your opinion with us, you can go to cbsnews.com and let us hear your voice.